Direct from the Planet Tweet Central is Chicago's wildest Inglewood space cadet, Minneapolis cousin by the name of Drunken Monkeee, and happy Saturday to you all. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. I hope you all are having a nutritious day and everything. Right now, last couple of days, I've been been not reporting, but basically been talking about the importance of self-healing, especially with us being melanated men. And I got my brother Aaron right here.
What's going on?
This brother put up a post on IG. And basically, I love the post that he put up because basically, when it comes to like us as black men dealing with breakups or dealing with situations that happen in the relationships, and it's like if we get hurt, that set up mental blockage, that set up trauma, that set up insecurities for us to feel like we can't be ourselves again, we can't be great again. And I love that he did that, because when he did that, that was around the same time that the Most High put on my heart about giving myself permission to be honest with myself. And once I'm able to be honest with myself, instead of sitting there being like, I'm fucked up, I can't, God was like, now it's time to heal. It's time to focus on the solutions. Now that you know that you need healing, time to focus on the solutions. So this is my brother, Aaron. Aaron, could you basically tell the people what you posted on IG? You don't got to go too deep into details of it, but just post what you posted on there and why you posted on there.
All right, so I broke up with my girlfriend, I want to say a couple weeks ago. And we started to talk again, and like she was trying to convince me why I should let her back into my life. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking and stuff like that, and like we're literally building our relationship back up. But during the last few week, I was like, I went through a lot of trauma as a kid. So depression and anxiety comes in seasonal. Like it's winter here, it gets cold, and then like I'm not outside as much, so I miss out on a lot of sun, so it's not the same. So I get into a little dark place sometimes. But anyway, I was at a dark place at this point, and she was kind of funny. She wasn't there for me. You know what I'm saying? After I'd been solid this whole time. And then eventually, like, it didn't take long for me to find out there was somebody else she was involved with. So it turned out she had a boyfriend, but she was trying to work things out with me and get back with me and come back into my life. And I'm like, that doesn't make any type of sense. Like, why would you even like drag me into this type of situation? You got a boyfriend? Are you trying to play games with me? So I ended up like showing these messages of how told me she needed me and she couldn't live without me, and how her life wasn't the same, and how every person she'd been around, she looked at and she seen me in them, and like she couldn't be without me. So I'm like, of course I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna hear you out. You've been in my life a long time. You got credibility in my life. So if you've been here for some time and you've been solid, I'm gonna hear you out. You at least earned that. So I'm gonna hear you out. And just like the past week just went heavy on me, and like I ended up like sleeping pills, and I was sleeping for a couple days. The sleeping pills ended up shutting down like my digestive system, so I didn't eat for 4 days. So I was pushed pretty much to the brink of starvation, and like literally I was at my lowest point ever. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I started to feel that breakthrough. I started to forgive, and that's when God came to me. And that's what is crazy, because they say his timing is perfect, and it's so true. It's so true. The timing is always perfect. He come right on time, and like everything makes sense. Everything you went through, everything, every struggle, every good time, it matches up and it balances it up. You needed all of it to make you who you are in order to come to that part, come to that like that point in life. He talked to me. I seen him, and like clearly I felt him. Like this was no experience. Like these are the type of experience that change your life forever. You never forget anything like this. And now I understand. I thought people was capping when they told me like the love of God is like nothing else you'll ever experience in your life. No, it's true. And now I'm on a mission now. I gotta show everybody gotta feel this. Everybody gotta feel what I felt. Cause it's elevated my life to new levels right away. It's true. He can heal trauma. He can heal everything, depression, everything you went through in an instant. It's true. Once you feel that, you gone. You in a new dimension. You in a new entire reality. That changed my life for the better. And now I'm on a mission to change everybody's life for a better. I gotta
Yes.
preach this. I gotta let everybody. I'm starting with those around me, and then we're gonna expand. I noticed I already been touching the lives of those around me, but it's time to amp it up. It's time to take it to a new level, and I'm ready.
Let me ask you this, brother. Thank you for that. That's what I'm saying. Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
of course, man.
How
It come from the heart, for real.
how did that pain feel? Let's talk about how it felt to know that somebody that you cared about, somebody that you invested in, somebody that hit you up
Mhm.
and basically looked you in your face and lied. And when you found out they lied, can you describe how it felt and where you felt that hurt and pain at in your
Mhm.
body?
I felt betrayed, and I felt it throughout my entire body. And not only that, like I fearful and doubtful about my life and the decisions I made, and that was a very big deal. Like coming to that point, and then eventually I started to realize like this has something similar has happened to me like this before. I have struggled through pain and I have got through it. What allowed me to get through that pain? What did I do? And I realized I faced it. I finally like just stood there and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna feel this completely. I'm gonna feel like the pain deeply. And you know what? Eventually, like that pain started to turn into love and compassion. Cause I realized that like I started to pity this person because I'm like, this person has so much trauma. This person has so much damage to them. I'm like, they need love so bad. What they're doing, we all are human beings. You know what I'm saying? We all out here trying to make it. You feel me? So I forgave this person. I forgave this person right away, and it instantly started to heal me. And then like what allowed me though to make that full connection was God told me you're forgiving all of these people right away. You need to forgive yourself.
Mm.
Just as much love as you showing all these people, you need to love yourself. And because he like, I'm in you right now. I'm with you and I never left you. And that shit hit me hard. That hit me too
Damn.
hard. Like,
Now that we know that we have to heal as black
mm-hmm,
men, now that we know that now in this day and time, it's not like how it used to be as black men. It was on some, if you get hurt, if you go through some pain, the death
mm-hmm,
of your homie down on the block, the death of a family member, et cetera, we used
mm-hmm.
to live in a world where it's like, black man, keep that shit together. You a bitch if you cry.
Real
You a
shit.
bitch if you show
Hmm.
emotion. You a bitch if you show vulnerability and all of that. Now we living in a time where you got more melanated men, more melanated people,
Mm-hmm.
more people that's
Hey,
about
preach.
doing that healing.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the
It's necessary.
solutions that you came up that was necessary for you to start your healing? Like us going to the gym, that's where I met you at, us
Mm-hmm.
being at the gym. So what are the,
Oh, man.
just give me like 3 to 4 things that you do to be able to start your healing. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? We already
Number
is,
one, I would say is acceptance. Acceptance is like the first step. Like you gotta accept everything that happened to you. You have to. You can't deny like I didn't want this shit to happen to me. I didn't want that to happen to me. No, you gotta accept it all. Like you gotta accept all that shit to heal from it. And then you gotta really look at it and be like, no matter what, out of all of this shit, true strength is not letting it change you. That's where the true strength is still being loving and compassionate, even though people are being mean to you. Because that's where your true power will always lie. You will always be blessed in the end. I promise you. You will always be blessed. And that it always has led me to that step where I've been blessed more. But finally I reached that breakthrough where I understood where everything in life made sense. He showed me all my good memories. All my good memories I had. All of them, I felt them all. And all of my bad memories I went through. And like everything made sense. Like I needed all of it, all of it to get to the point to where I went and I reached out and I talked to God. And like I literally felt his presence in my room. I seen God, and like I'm just calling it God because that's the in the language we have it. It doesn't matter. It's all creation. We got different languages. We're all talking about the same thing. We're all talking about the same source. And like it was the most beautiful thing and most perfect thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's like nothing what people would imagine. It was more like frequencies of waves. Like it was a bunch of wave frequency, and like I can feel it more than I can see it. And the more I felt it, the more I seen it. And like I just wrapped my arms around myself, and I can feel myself being hugged. I was crying for maybe at least 30 minutes straight. After about, and there's times I hadn't broken down and cried from depression and stuff like that, and my pillow was soaked with tears. This time, when I was crying, I can feel my tears being dried. I can
Mm.
feel my tears being wiped off of my face. There was not a tear on my pillow. Man, this was the most profound experience. It changed my life. It's nothing like it, man. So I gotta spread this with everybody. I have to. And it also took me learning myself, going through and like studying myself, studying psychology, studying spirituality, and just making myself a better person in order to put myself in a position to be used as a vessel for God. And that was the most important thing to me. It's like I asked God, like, use me as a vessel to change people's lives around me. And that was like so important to me. And now finally, he came to me and he spoke to me. And
Mm.
like, like, at first I was like, why? I'm like, you know just when to come. Like it didn't take much to realize that the timing was perfect. Cause I'm like, you come now, and I'm like, oh my God, you're everything was perfect. Like everything was perfect. The life, the layout, my story, everything is perfect. And like from here on, I see it perfect from there. And like now I know I'm not alone. And that's the best part is that like with the grace of God, I know he's with me every step of the way. So every single day I'm making an impact. Every single
Yes.
day I'm tapping in with God before I do anything. Every single day, the first thing I do is wake up and talk to God. And he fills my heart with love and compassion. He heals me for everything that everybody did for me. Everything they did to me. All the trauma I went through with my mom and shit like that, I forgive her. I love my mom. My mom did a good job. Everything shaped me into where I needed to be. My
Yeah.
dad, I love you. He did a great job. He did the best he could, and that's what I love. And I'm gonna take care of him. I'm gonna take care of my mom, and I'm gonna take care of everybody around me.
Yeah.
It's elevation for all of us now.
You know what? I like that you
Elevation
did.
for all of us.
I like that you did that. I like that you said that. And I'm gonna even switch it up because I like that you went through just with the number one and you was very detailed. We don't even have to go to two, three, or four.
Yeah.
But how you keep bringing up the creator, you keep bringing
Uh,
up God,
yeah.
the most
Whew.
high, you know what I'm saying, that go by many
Yeah.
names.
Cause like
How,
it's
hold
not
on,
the
wait, I know we getting on it, but
oh man.
hold that and I'm gonna just throw this out there and run.
Uh,
How important is it for us to have spirituality in our healing? How do spirituality play a big part in healing?
uh-huh.
Because it's a difference between religion versus spirituality.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm
So
saying? So how did spirituality play a big part of you becoming where you at,
uh-huh.
especially to be able to be like, you know what, God, this God,
Mm,
especially living in a world where everybody like, yo, I am God, I am
mm.
God, I am God. And it's like, yo, if you on God shit, bro, I'd rather believe in the unknown than what the fuck you on, because I know you. And it's like, hell no, like I got God, I could change like all the bitches, do this. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather stick to what my grandma was on, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So how did spirituality play a part in you just finding and healing and forgiving?
All
How
right,
did
so
you open the door to let God in?
I would say, yeah, religion played a small part in it as well, but it was making the connections between math, science, religion, and like just life experiences. I finally was able to make those connections. Like, if you understand, like, if you're a believer in science as well, you understand that energy and matter cannot be destroyed. So it's just in different forms. And like I said, when I seen the creator, it was in wave form. But not only that, I felt it. So like you can see it in physical and in like the non-physical form. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way I seen it. In spirituality, the way I came to it is like it's an understanding of nature itself in the universe.
Yeah.
Like, you understand that it's all one. That was it. That the connection between here and there. Like, I was brought instantly. I was transferred. I felt it. I was able to see stars. I felt like I was floating through the stars and like floating through space. And I'm like, this is what it's like. I literally left my body and my energy was up there. You know what I'm saying? And like the things they call the heavens. And like, man, the feeling cannot be explained. Unlimited compassion, unlimited love, unlimited, enough for everybody, every
Mhm.
single person. And that can work through you as well. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You can provide unlimited love and compassion for you and those around you. Like, man, that experience was so profound that it changed my life. And like, I'm on a mission. I have to go out here and help people. Like, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Let me as we get ready to wrap it up, You said forgive.
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness, like that's Christ-like. You know what I'm saying? It's
It's love.
healing. It's healing and forgiving. How do you begin to forgive somebody that hurt you? Especially as melanated men, a lot of us, we got trust issues, insecurity issues, anger towards women. A lot of it comes from thank you for saluting your moms for doing the great work she did, because a lot of times, a lot of us got pain from growing up some majority single parent homes with just your mother, and a lot of brothers are angry at women from something that they experienced with their moms.
That's true.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
appreciate my mom.
Yeah, we love our moms, but we just being real. We just being real. So you brought up forgiving, like the young lady that made you mad. A lot of us, when it comes to getting hurt, we get upset, we can't forgive. It's like pride and physical mixed together is a motherfucker, where it's like, you know, I ain't trusting none of these motherfuckers out here. All them are the same. You become that. All them are the same.
I can do that. I got some good people in my life. Oh man, they are good to me.
Thank you for saying that.
If you just gotta recognize that. Like, see, when things become an expectation, they no longer appreciate it. And like, I don't expect much from people, and like, they just be doing for me. So I appreciate the hell out of that. So I never take it for granted. That's one other thing that did help me get past that and heal a lot faster. I will say that, because when she took me for granted and like took the things I did and the love I had for her for granted, I realized that like it's so many other people wanting this time. It's so many people wanting this time. The energy that I could be giving. You know what I'm saying? And I'm literally letting her zap my energy from me. I'm an empath, okay? And a lot of empaths, they get caught up with narcissists, okay? Because empaths love to give. We have so much love to give. And narcissists love to take. You know what I'm saying? They require so much admiration. They require so much to keep them going. But as an empath, sometimes we get kind of lowered down. Like our spirits get kind of lowered down, you know, with a narcissist. But with an empath, the relationship can be amazing. And like, you know, opposites attract. That's the reason why a lot of empaths end up with narcissists in the first place. Because like I said, we love hard, and and narcissists need a lot of love, man. And I don't even blame them it's just trauma they went through in their life. And shit, we all struggle, but it's up to them to come and face that trauma and forgive themselves and like come and talk to God themselves. They never gonna get that breakthrough. They always gonna suffer trying to do that shit alone. That's one thing I always notice. If you always try to do it alone, yeah, you gonna wing it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But you're gonna suffer. You're gonna question your sanity. You're gonna be confused all the time until you come and talk to God, because that's what He really wants you to do. That's what He waiting for. He waiting for you just to come talk to Him. That's it. The reason you're going through all of this shit is I'm gonna even bring this back into your life. You want it so bad, I'm gonna bring it back into your life so you can see. You could test your waters. You could do it by yourself again, but I'm gonna be here waiting for you when you're done. And that's what it always was. So at the end of all of it, I just faced the hurt and faced the pain, and I forgave. Like I started with forgiving other people, but then like I'm like, man, and then instantly I thought about all the stuff I done to people, and I'm like, God, man, I made a bunch of mistakes too, man. He like, man, I knew you was gonna do all of that. I knew you was gonna do all of that. But I already forgave you for it. Forgive yourself. Yeah. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself right now. And like instantly he told me everything I did was forgiven and everything I'm going to do is forgiven. And I'm like, man, that hit me hard. And I'm like, you know, I'm this love and compassion I feel for you, I'm not letting this go. You changed my life forever. I'm not letting it go. And now it's time for me to spread that to every single person in my life. Not only that, once I spread it to them, to spread it amongst the world. That's my goal. I'm on a mission. When they really say the love of God is like nothing you ever felt before, it's true. It's so uplifting, man. It's so uplifting. The first thing I did, like, it's been a while, and I'm not going to lie. I haven't, like, got up in, like, a really good mind state and made my bed in the morning in a long time. I got up, I prayed. First thing I did, I had to make sure, because I talked to God last night after breaking down. He came and he talked to me after going through such a hard stage. And, like, for 30 minutes straight, man, I was crying. That shit hit me so hard for 30 minutes straight. And like, I had to wake up this morning and make sure it was official. I had to make sure this was true. Woke up, talked to him again. He was still there. That's what I'm talking about. He was still there. Woke up, talked to him again. Talked about the day. Started my day. My day has been amazing. The people around me, the people I touched around me has been amazing. This whole like life has been amazing. Man, I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it. They say, how can you explain the unexplainable?
Yeah. Now that you realize that the creator is everything and he all.
Yep.
Sometimes when we go through hurt, sometimes when we go through breakups, when we go through somebody cheating and et cetera, even if a person ain't cheating, you know what I'm saying? We kind of downplay ourselves where we like, I'm never going to love again. Want to do this. I'm never going to believe in love. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
as
that's what
much
the
as I
world wants.
believe in it,
You know
as
that?
much as as much as I love to love, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to do it no more. It's going to be the same shit. How important is it to not let your last situation dictate the outcome of where you're going in your future? Like, because you want to love again, right? Do you continue?
So the opposite of love is fear. You know what I'm saying? It's fear. The opposite of creation is destruction. You got to choose which side you want to be on. We are all creators, okay? And if you're not out here creating a better life for people, you're out here destroying people's lives. You know what I'm saying? You literally have to work on yourself and see things that way. You need to like really structure down to yourself and look at yourself and break it down to yourself and like come true to yourself before you can be true with anybody else. Like, how could you be true with anybody else and you're not true with yourself? How could you heal anybody else and you never healed yourself? How you gonna deal with anybody else's trauma and you haven't dealt with your trauma? So that was the first thing I realized I had to do. And then like I noticed that hating people, living in fear, those are all lower vibrations that kept me from reaching the true spirit of God. That kept me from that true connection. And I noticed that's why we're taught so much war and all of that shit. That's why we're taught. But I noticed that no matter that we're going through this stuff, this place is still perfect. It's a great balance. You need to go through these things to shape people. People need to be shaped into who they need to be. So I noticed that every struggle you go through is a balance. There's a struggle of good times and bad times. He's really good at doing that. He's really good at shaping everything up to make it all to one conclusion so you understand it once. So like once I got to that point, man, like, and it took me years to get here. It took me years of seeking before I finally reached that spiritual breakthrough. And like once you reach it, it's like nothing like ever before. You're there. Like once you're there, you're there. That's what I love about it. And my life has literally been changed forever. Like I really feel like my life has been changed forever. I can think so much more clearly. Yes, there's time I missed a person, but like I love them. What am I going to regret? You know what I'm saying? Why would I feel bad when I love them? You know? Why would I feel bad when I feel compassionate? I don't feel bad. Like I just like I said, I pity them for all the trauma they went through, all the damage they went through that made them the way they are. And I just pray for them and hope that God touches their heart and heals them. If they happy with the person they with, I'm happy for them. If that heals them, if that brings them closer to the love of God, let's do it. You feel me? I can't be selfish. That's it. That was the one thing I realized. I asked that God used to use me as a vessel. And like the number one thing is you can't be selfish if you're trying to be used as a vessel. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta let that selfishness go. I gotta live for not only me, but for others as well. And live for God, most importantly. That was the most important thing. To live for love and compassion, because that's who God is. God is love and compassion. The opposite of God is hate. You know what I'm saying? The opposite, I say that it's like hate and like destruction and just like breaking people down. But I understand that there's a certain balance here, but we have a certain war going on here, man. You got to choose which side you're going to be on.
Yeah.
You either breaking people down or you building them up.
Do you think that social media plays a part of the new standard of how you supposed to look, how you supposed to move, and even how you supposed to be in your relationships?
I would agree. Like I said, a lot of the ways society in the world has set it up, it literally because it decompresses you and your power. Because the more you know, the more faith you have, the more confidence you have, the more you're gonna be able to do. The more people you're gonna bring together. You're gonna be like, why I hate this person? I love this person. Why should we go to war? Why? I love this person. I'm so compassionate about this person. I'm so compassionate about the world. Why would I do any of that? You know what I'm saying? So I could understand the balance of where there's a war between, they say there's a war between good and evil. But I really feel like this planet is a living, breathing vessel. Like they call it Mother Earth for a reason.
Yeah. So real quick, this is my brother by the name of Hosea. Another beautiful melanated man right there. You know what I'm saying? Hosea, real quick, while I got you here, I know you on your lunch break. We build and I'll be right back. But we build. Hosea, could you, as a melanated man, talk about how important it is as melanated men to be able to heal and to be able to vent about how they feel about certain things, from relationships to spirituality to the hurt that they feel, etc., etc.
In one short sentence, it's essential. It's essential. You got to do it. You get to.
There he is. It's essential. I appreciate you. That's the brother. He letting me. He letting me use the car, so I had to acknowledge that brother.
Like oh man, like if he had one sentence to say, oh man, if it was an angel speaking them words, I would say that was it right there. That was it. He definitely said it.
It was
It's
essential.
essential. You got to do it.
Yes.
You got to do it.
So everybody, once again, thank you for tuning in to my channel. You know, I've been really using my channel for music, but lately I've been talking about things dealing with healing as well as my podcast. We all go through it. You know what I'm saying? Every Sunday, starting at 2 p.m. on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you all. I'm sorry for the shaking camera and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't got all that high tech shit right now, but to me, it's about the message.
Mhm.
It's about the message to know that you all are not out here alone. Melanated men, you are all out. You are not out here alone, as well as melanated women, as well as everybody in this planet, on this planet. You are not out here alone, G. We all go through the same things and we all go through it. So thank you for your time. Thank you for building with me. Live from the planet Tweet Central.
Love you, blessings, man.
Yes.
Compassion, for real.
Real
True
talk.
love from the heart. To all of y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Blessings
Yes.
to you guys.
Peace and blessings. You all have a delicious day. Please. Peace. Peace. Yeah. Building.
That's what I'm talking about.